Huh?
Alright, be right in whenever you gonna
Okay. All right, cool. Welcome to Kraig Fac. What's going on, world? Got a great show planned for you today. Hope y'all ready. A lot of stuff changes when that gun go off. When that pistol get to popping, or when people see that gun, their whole attitude change.
Yeah, it should.
I mean, it should, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember I watched the dude shoot at somebody he thought was me, right? And, when he walked up, you know, he was looking real tough. I didn't know he had a gun on him, so he walked up and he was like, "Hey man, you know Kraig, I'm looking for Kraig," right? Yeah. And as he said, "I'm looking for Kraig," he kind of like move around a little bit, and I see the butt of his gun. I'm like, oh, okay, he looking for me. So when I seen the gun, I was like, that's Kraig right there. He got the shooting, man. And I was like, but when you see that gun, it changes. What is it about the visual, seeing a gun in front of you that makes your whole just what is it that makes your whole aura change? Why would you just become a different person?
Because that guy with the gun is playing God with your life.
Yeah,
you know, he got the decision on whether that bullet is going through you or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have no control over that.
You ever been in a situation where you was thinking one thing and then the gun came out and it just changed?
Thank God I've never been in a situation like that.
Oh, wow. That's a blessing.
Man.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Wait, no, wait. You know what? I'll take that back. When I was at the city of Los Angeles and the cops drew down on me.
Wow.
Like, they drew down on me while I was just trying to go to my job.
Right.
And basically, they were just being racist. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to clock in for my day-to-day schedule.
They pulled pistols on you for trying to clock in?
You don't work here. There's no way you work here.
How did you get a job?
Bro, basically.
You can't read the passing test.
You didn't read your ingredients, but you still ate.
You right about that. You right about that.
He don't care what he putting in his body.
Yeah.
So wait, so you was just trying to clock in?
Just trying to clock in, bro. And basically, man, they didn't work there. They worked at a different division. You know, I was just a custodian. So basically, they were parked right there, like blocking where I screen in at. You know,
Right.
basically, I'm trying not to cuss, so I'm gonna be talking like I'm doing poetry.
Right.
Had to clock in.
And we saw that what happened was sister.
So yeah, man, they basically drew down, man. They treated me like an animal, like a black man. You know what I mean? Like they
You said they
what
treated.
happened was when the gate had opened.
They treated you like an animal.
Yeah, like an
When
animal.
somebody asked you to sit. Sit, show, sit. Good
Stupid, man.
Show started barking.
Your shirt looked like a mushroom trip.
You don't know nothing about vegetables with that carnivore mouth. No, but go ahead. What?
So basically they pulled guns out on me because I went around them. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody was coming out, so the gate opened. I went around them. When I went around them, man, they basically just pulled guns out on me. I'm like, y'all don't even work here, but y'all pulling guns out on me. They was like, who are you? Why are you here? I'm like, man, I'm just clocking in, bro.
What about that other part you forgot? When you went around them and they was like, what is that smell?
You got your shirt from a Carnival Mirror Room.
Carnival Mirror Room. Okay, so you went around them and then they drew down.
Yeah, they drew down. Baby Bubba. You feel me? Like, man. You know. Drew down on me, man. I was scared, bro. You know what I mean? Because I'm not doing nothing wrong, but just trying to, you know, make money to provide for my family, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just treated me disrespectful. And basically, as they was approaching me with the pistol, they were like, yo, they're calling the watch commander from my job. Like, yeah, they was like, you work here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
wow. What kind of trauma could that cause in a man? Could that cause PTSD?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That can cause, not only will it cause PTSD within yourself, it'll cause vicarious trauma. So vicarious trauma basically means
like leftovers. When you eating vicarious.
like that's a vicarious Halloween shirt you got on. So
introduce yourself to the world too.
I'm Dewan Brown. Follow me on Instagram, Dewan B DWANNB. Well, basically, vicarious trauma means if you see something happen on the news, that's why the news is always showing pictures of us getting shot. If you notice, they don't show pictures of other people getting killed by the police. Police kill everybody,
right?
But they don't show pictures of us. And anytime they show Black history, if you notice, when they'll give us a little bit of good history, but they'll show a whole bunch of images of lynching. You know, none of us have personally been lynched. We don't know nobody that's been lynched, but it's in our blood, it's in our DNA, right. And you can carry this trauma. It can carry it's trauma for a long time, but what they have, science already says now, up to 3 generations.
I know somebody that's been lynched.
Oh, you do?
Cosby.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, lynching is not always a physical thing. You can be lynched economically.
That's true.
Your reputation can be destroyed.
Yeah. That's a good point. But like, I would just keep like as far as the blunt force trauma of seeing the images of people get killed. So again, going back to a gun getting pulled on you. Once that happens to you, now every time you see that happen, every time you see other things, it's almost like you're re-experiencing it for the first time again, and your mind doesn't know the difference between it happening right now or you reliving someone else's trauma.
Wow. Blaze, you ever been in a situation where a gun came out?
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, that was just Tuesday where I grew up at, man. But yeah, man, it's Los Angeles life, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it happens a lot. I seen it happen over basketball.
Man.
That is one of the most trivial reasons to pull the pistol.
Man.
It happens a lot, though.
Over basketball, the dude said, if you foul me again, it's going to be a problem. And the dude he said it to purposely fouled.
That's what he was asking for.
And what happened? He went to his car. He came back and he started yelling, "If you ain't had nothing to do with it, get off the court."
I'm getting off the court.
And it felt like he waited till I ran off the court. I was 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It felt like he waited till the kids got out the way, and he just started popping, man.
Wow.
Real?
Yeah,
Basketball.
Did he get him?
No, he didn't hit him.
He was kind of a good brother.
Yeah, kind of a good brother.
But he was back at the court 2 weeks later hooping.
Man. Hey, y'all remember that game? We used to play Buddha Hut. You remember that game?
Buddha Hut, nah.
Oh, that's some city business, man. We play ball to, whatever the score is, to 15 to 17. Anyway, the last person to get there got to get kicked in the ass by everybody else. Yes.
Back. Kicked in the bootay.
In the bootay.
Okay.
You gotta speak your
Buddha
Arab.
Hut, yeah.
Jive. You gotta speak jive.
Say, man, all I know is the man was waiting on you, man.
I got kicked in my derriere.
Say, man, Julius Irvis is cold, man. I said, Julius Irvis.
He never made it.
Irvis never made it.
He was cold. Playground hero.
Man. None of y'all never played that?
Nah.
Bro, that's something kinky.
No.
I do remember the gun going off.
We played 21 a lot.
Yeah, definitely
And
21.
Horse a lot.
BB Bridges?
BB Bridges.
yes.
BB Bridges.
Say a word with a B. If you don't say BB Bridges, stomach shots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Open chest.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Spondo.
Spondo.
Oh, okay, that's data right there.
Okay.
Which one was that?
When we come forward, Todd is going to tell everybody how he got out of a domestic violence relationship.
Called in the police.
Hey,
She was whooping my ass, man.
what's Spondo?
Spondo, if you got something in your hand, if it's in your hand, somebody can come up and take it from you.
As long as they say Spondo.
Spondo?
And it's there.
Say Spondo is theirs.
Like if you got your phone in your hand, it's like, yo, Spondo.
Yeah.
Nah, like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like that, and it's mine.
It's
Yeah.
mine. You can't do nothing about
Like,
it.
yeah.
Try to get it
They
back.
do it. We used to play bye-bye pencil, bro. Like,
What's
That's
that?
what we play. That's the LA side.
Yeah, you feel me? I ain't about to
What's
Hold
that?
on. One at a time. We don't ready. What do you mean bye pencil? He's still recording. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just talking.
That was just for time for him.
Oh.
He ain't gonna chop it up later.
Okay. We gonna start cussing up in here. Let us know, man. We all need the hand signal, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna introduce each of the fellas so you can chop that up. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, so you gonna start the next segment? Introduce next.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, let me know when you're ready. All right, cool.
Spondo.
Kraig Fac, 1580 KBLA. Fellas. So when that gun come out, a lot of things change. And I feel like more of us need to take that as an example. We need to be a gun in a lot of situations. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, we don't equip ourselves with the right weaponry, so we could be be in charge. What do you think are some things that younger cats could do to equip themselves to be the gun that's drawn in situations, as opposed to always being on the receiving end of the
You gotta educate yourself in whatever you're doing, like whatever field you in. You gotta know that better than anybody else.
Right.
I mean, you gotta master yourself. You gotta master who you are and know who you are internally and know yourself better than anything. Because what gets people to become the victim oftentimes is when they get mad. People get mad when they get called out their name, but they get mad because they don't know who they are. So whatever anybody else say, they then take that on. You know what I mean? So you end up putting yourself in a victim situation. Master yourself and master your environment, then you always the gun and wherever you at.
Ty, what was the first gun you gave yourself in life?
The first gun I gave myself was bagging.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was the great equalizer for me. You know what I'm saying? Them Elliott days, you know what I'm saying? I was out there getting roasted, and then I had to learn how to bag, and that's how I survived, bagging.
When did you realize it was a weapon? Because a lot of people have weapons and don't even understand that they have them.
When I started, I always dressed how I dressed. You know what I'm saying? So I was getting bagged on. Yeah, I was getting bagged on, but, people didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? Snapper would tell you, I'll be bagging on people 3 at a time. You know what I'm saying? Right. And winning. And then that's when I learned that was my thing to do.
Right. I was about to say Todd again. What was the first gun you gave yourself in life?
Mine was probably my hustle. You know what I mean? Because I think like just seeing like how, just knowing the backstory of my grandfather owning a, they'll call it Jigger Rich. That's what we're gonna call it. Jigger. Like,
right.
Yeah, we get
right,
it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like my uncle my granddad used to be a bookie on the car lot and stuff like that. And for me, I was like, that's fascinating. How did you lose that? By gambling.
Right.
You feel me? So I felt like for me, I got to get that back. You feel what I'm saying? So one of the things I did was sell CDs. I was like, wow, people giving me money for burnt CDs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I just took that and used that same thing in life. Is if you create something and get it out the mud, it will cost you less. And it's more income.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So that's one of the jewels I think is like really treating your life like rowing a boat.
Right.
Making your dream a reality.
Hello, world.
First gun you gave yourself.
First gun I gave myself is a combination of what Dewan and Todd said, mastering yourself and the jokes. And what you said earlier, man, I had a gun pulled on me a few times.
Right.
But I was able to master myself, just stand there and be able to just, with no fear, because I know I'm just confident enough that I'm not going to get shot. And, it's kind of a borderline between a fool and a genius.
Right.
Nothing happened. And so on the joke side, somewhere as a kid I figured out that somebody's always watching.
Right.
So whether I'm doing something, and I started doing things intentionally to make people laugh, because I know that someone's always watching, and just pretend like
right.
I don't know.
What are you talking about right now? he started answering stuff I asked him 2 weeks ago.
The other day.
I thought he was explaining his hat.
He might as well have been going, but
It was a journey. Brother Deep, man.
Now I feel everything you was saying. I feel it. You know what I'm saying?
No, really,
So it sounds like you saying the first gun you ever gave yourself was the jokes.
Yeah, just knowing how to
accept, receive
laughter and not take it personally.
Right.
And know that whether they laughing at me or laughing with me, it's all jokes.
Blaze.
Yo.
First gun you gave yourself.
First gun I think I gave myself was I don't know.
No cursing this year.
A pair of Hitman glasses.
I looked at show, and that was just all that happened, man. that beard is explicit.
You looked at what you put on, you saw it in the camera, you was like, dang, you start cussing at yourself. You got a starter jacket on.
I think the first gun I gave myself would be Hustle. I think it would be Hustle. I remember the first time I tasted In-N-Out burgers when my parents had broke up and my mother had moved out of the city. And the street that she moved on, there was an In-N-Out. And at this particular point, there was no In-N-Outs in the city. They was just out this way. And I tasted that In-N-Out burger, and I had to figure out how to get another one. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It happens. It's like that.
And I'd start knocking at neighbors' doors, saying that I was trying to raise money to buy jerseys for my basketball team.
A terrible child.
And I collected enough money to get a hamburger with cheese from In-N-Out, a soda, and some French fries. And that's when I realized how to weaponize myself. I don't think I was conscious in the moment, but I think of every time in my life that I've really wanted something.
So you was out there, you hustled up this money, you hustled up $8 for this team.
No, at the time we talking about 1989, so it was like $2.99 for a cheeseburger meal.
Okay, so you hustled up $3 and like they try to give you more money. Like, I'm good, we got our.
Yeah, I hustled up just enough money plus tax.
Can I get cheese on that?
Yeah. Like, why did I not think of that?
I did. I used to have some money to get the ice cream truck, man. When that ice cream truck came around, I had to have my change. Bottles, cans. Like, you still collect cans, show you look like it. So,
you look like Ross the garbage man.
That's when DeJuan came up with the double-decker ice cream sandwich.
With cheese. You put cheese on the ice cream sandwich.
His mom used to make him wear a helmet out there.
Hilarious.
Before he hit the ice cream truck.
Sounded like a busted condom without the headband on.
Gotta give a thumbs up. Like,
If Show blow in the air, a vulture will land on his shoulder.
You're stupid. You got that shirt to hypnotize guys at gay clubs.
Hilarious. You sucked your way out of a gay club.
Baby me sister, had to get out of
Pardon me. Excuse me.
I was all the way at the bar.
Hey, he got a standing on as he was leaving the gay club.
Go ahead, Show.
And those wasn't hand clapping.
Your hair look like a motocross obstacle course.
Show got out the club and walked right back in there.
He came in the back door. A few times.
He put on a clever disguise and went back in there.
You look like LL Not Cool.
LL Not Cool.
You look like Rob Basehead.
Right now, I want to rock right now.
I'm DJ Show and I came to throw down.
Oh, man. Whoa.
I don't even know who that is, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
You don't know Rob Bass is? You don't know who Farrakhan is? Dang, brother. Rob Bass.
Man.
I don't. You look like an in-shape Phillip Banks.
Shout out to the chat.
Yeah, wow.
That's funny, man. What you got for us, Todd?
All right, here we go, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start off with everybody's favorite Brooklyn Net for now, Kyrie Irving.
There we go.
And Stephen A. went off on Kyrie, man. He had a lot to say. He said, like I said here on Kraig Fac, that he's hurting the team. You signed up. Kyrie was the first one to come to the Nets. He came to the Nets, talked KD into coming to the Nets, and in a way talked Harden into coming to the Nets. And then now he's not there for his teammates. Now he's, not available. And that's why the owner said you can't play. Even though he got the clearance for practice and all that stuff that we talked about doing, the owner said, nah, we're not doing home games or away games. You just cannot be with the team until you can be with the team completely. Kyrie's a distraction.
What's your take on the Kyrie situation, Carmel?
Yeah, I think we always put sports ahead of, life. This dude's life is on the line, and he don't want to take an experimental drug. I don't see anything in sports that supersedes that. And I played sports my whole life up until college, so I get all that. All my brothers play college sports, NFL, NBA, whatever. Nothing supersedes life. I don't care what happens. I don't care. We can talk all day about he signed a contract, he did this. Organizations do that all the time. They sign contracts and they can just renege anytime they want. Why can't he? Yeah, especially for something like this that is way bigger than basketball. I don't see any problem with him deciding not to do it.
It's a team sport. If it was boxing or something
life is not a team sport.
Is it not a team?
No, it's not. Life is every man is an island. You live inside your own shell. You do what you got to do. Period. There's nothing else about that.
Even twins come one at a time.
One at a time.
I agree. So take his island and not be on my team no more. That's what KD's on.
What I'm saying is, to you, the team sport, the team aspect, the Nets, basketball is more important than his life.
So let me ask you a question, because most of his peers have taken the vaccine.
Yeah.
So is this a weapon that he's using on himself? Is this detrimental to itself? Because a lot of times you could weaponize yourself, but the gun will be pointing at you if you're not equipped with the right information.
I don't think Kyrie cares. I think Kyrie is, first of all, he's a very intelligent brother. Whether people want to get off him about the flat earth thing, that's a whole other conversation. But as far as himself and his own integrity, he's got no qualms with anybody checking him. You want to question him? That's cool. He does not care. And I get what you're saying, is he putting himself in a detrimental situation because he's taking such a hardline stance when 95% of the league hasn't? But why do we champion other dudes that do that? Right. Chappelle got up on the stage the other day. We all championed what he said. We championed Killmonger on Black Panther. We championed Muhammad Ali. What's different about what Kyrie's doing right now?
Neither one of those is a team sport. You know what I'm saying? Like Muhammad Ali, that's boxing. Kyrie's not an anti-vaxxer. He just said he wants to be a voice for the voiceless.
And that's what I said. Kyrie's stance is he's not taking the vaccine to protest the loss of jobs. Mm-hmm. Saying that there are some people who didn't take the vaccine that actually lost their income and are unable to support their families.
And isn't that, to me, that's a bigger stance than niggas playing basketball? I mean, what's the big deal, honestly? If you look at playing basketball, but you're saying playing basketball is bigger than this?
If you're just doing it for the brothers at Rouse that lost their job and you want to be a voice for the voiceless, you don't need to be on the team doing that.
Hire them. Hire the people that lost their jobs.
Yeah. Kyrie done some stuff like that.
He done bought homes for people. But I have a question for you, Todd.
Yes.
With it being a team sport, do the Atlanta Hawks owe Brandon Goodwin money because they forced him to take the vaccine? He was perfectly healthy. Mm-hmm. He started developing blood clots, and now he's out for the season and possibly his career.
Sure.
Since he took the vaccine for the team,
right?
The team, since he got the blood clots, they since cut him.
That's terrible.
But it's a team sport.
Yeah, that was terrible. Atlanta Hawks, y'all should have gave him some money for some injury type stuff. Yeah, that's what I believe.
But I'm saying, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So Kyrie, so let's take this back to Kyrie. He's putting his health into his own hands. He sees what happened to Brandon Goodwin over in Atlanta. That guy got cut, and he's not getting anything back.
Let me ask you, DeJuan, what about the other 349, 30 players that did take it and nothing happened?
Right. We don't know what the long-term effects are yet, because that's what Kyrie's concern is, a long-term effect. Right. Second, it's like that was their choice. Right. If it was their choice, when Kyrie signed his contract, there was nothing. He didn't sign a contract saying I have to take this this vaccine.
No, you don't.
He signed a contract with the team, and within the collective bargaining agreement at the time, there was no mandate. There was no language about if there's a mass thing, you got to do this. Right. Okay. This is something new.
All right, let me put it in perspective like this. He got with Kevin Durant. We're going to go to the Brooklyn Nets. I'm leaving Boston. You're going to leave Golden State. We're going to go to the Brooklyn Nets. and we're going to build our own legacy. You know what I'm saying? Not what the Knicks got going on. We're going to build our own legacy. We're going to do our own thing in New York. We out there. Mm-hmm. Then this season comes like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to play.
Do you know who you blame? Yeah. I blame the owners, because the owners are the ones that said that they're the ones who made the rule, but they X'd themselves out of the rule. The owners don't have to take it.
So Kevin Durant took it.
But it's a team game, right?
Right.
What about if we're gonna start something, why can't it start up top?
Right.
The owners are the ones that made the decisions. The owners are the ones that after they made that decision, that players have to do it. Mm-hmm. They said that they don't. So the owners are a part of the team. Why aren't they in this conversation?
Well, I mean, that's very simple, because this is a business, and if you own something, someone who's employed by you has to follow the rules that you create. The creator of the rules never have to follow the rules.
Yeah. Right.
You know, there's no hell week for owners, but they own the team. When the team wins a championship, they get a ring.
Right. That's very true, Craig. But when it comes to the only time owners of any industry have ever made changes is when the employee said, "Nah." Well, the reason why we have an 8-hour work week now is because one day somebody said, "I'm not working 12 hours a day anymore." And then you had a second leader who backed that decision, and then next thing you know, we have an 8-hour work week, for 8-hour work day, 40-hour work week, and social security. That didn't exist before the people from the bottom said no more.
But in this industry, in the NBA, there's only one or two players strong enough to protest where it would resonate.
Right.
One is already dead, Kobe, and the other one is LeBron.
Right.
LeBron is the only player probably in sports besides Tom Brady that if they say, I'm not going to do this unless we do this, it could probably shift the culture of the entire league. Rules would change, but Kyrie's not he's not that guy.
I'm with you. He's not, but you know who is that guy? If just 3 or 4 other people on his level did the same thing. Now you don't even need 10. You don't even need 10 players.
Right.
You just need 7 pretty good players. And
right.
The whole thing could change. That's how it always. It's never been a mass. It's never needed everyone to make change. You just need a small, concentrated, critical minority, and those will be the ones that make the change.
All right. When we get back, DeJuan is going to tell us how he swallows food and chews it in his stomach. More Kraig Fac. Did I say back?
Yeah. Come forward when we come forward.
We'll do it again.
We'll do them all.
All right. Yeah. So now, what's another 9-minute segment?
Yep.
Do you still got to introduce to everybody?
Coming forward.
Let me get Derek right there. Okay. Y'all can just switch seats. Y'all can both be up here.
Coming forward.
Hey, make sure y'all talk directly into the mic too.
Right. Let's see. Let me get Otto. And
one of your trucks, Blaze?
That's his glasses.
That's his tank outside.
I don't know. We gotta wait till the car. Deep cleaning is a mud, bro.
Huh?
You get it twice a year or once?
What?
Deep cleaning.
Deep cleaning special.
I do it like once a year.
Yeah, I know.
No, I do it like once a year. I do a deep cleaning once every 2 years.
Oh, really?
Regular cleaning every 6 months.
Yeah.
That's when you have dental insurance. It's great.
It's free now if you use your affordable health care, right? I ain't paying shit for my dental insurance. No. For the California, man, you better go ahead and apply if you don't, especially if you're on unemployment or if you don't have no income.
I got income.
Like I got income. I got income through my business, but I don't have no personal income.
All right.
It's free.
We're back. Kraig Fac, 1580.
KBLA.
1580 KBLA. Talk radio. Yeah. What else you got for us, Todd?
All right, man. A British football coach was sentenced to 25 years jail in Dubai over CBD vape liquid.
What do you mean? This sounds a little bit excessive.
Yeah, it sounds excessive. I mean, he had 4 bottles of the vape juice in the boot of his car,
right? And
he got hubbed, and they found it, and they talking about giving him 25 years.
Where's he at again? Where they give
Dubai.
Dubai.
Yeah, I don't know why he out here with vape liquid in the Gatorade.
This is why it's weird to me, right? Because I know of Instagram models that go to Dubai and become prostitutes for a couple weeks at a time.
Is that why they be going?
This is why every time you go on Instagram, you see a really beautiful woman in a bikini on the beach riding camels because they get flown to Dubai and they get paid $1,000 a night to let the Sultan of Gibraltar urinate on. Is
that really for real?
Prostitution is I won't say, I don't know if it's legal, but a lot of these Instagram models go there to sell themselves to foreign investors. Wow. So why would CBD oil get somebody 24 years in jail if prostitution wagers nothing?
I think what they're selling is better than CBD, probably.
It's a better product.
Definitely. Is that excessive to give somebody 24 years in prison there for CBD oil?
Absolutely.
And vapes.
Absolutely. I mean, was that a lot? You said 4 bottles?
Yeah, 4 bottles.
No, that's way too excessive. Vapes, whatever. I mean, maybe it's because they're not making a good. It was a personal profit, and it wasn't making money for anybody but themselves. I guess. Is it illegal?
What if
25 years.
What if the police smoked it and then put them in jail because it wasn't good?
This is trash.
We ain't making no money off of that.
This is the same place that'll stone women for wearing jeans and showing their face.
Right. So
Like,
you should be.
they don't play around.
Right, yeah.
Wow. I really thought that these Instagram models were going to Dubai because it was a great place to visit. I couldn't understand why they all.
No,
We all
man.
know you stay in the house. Todd.
Whenever
It's
you
okay.
start seeing,
That's right. I'll be on Instagram tonight and I'm liking pictures. You get a like, I know what you're doing out there.
What are the charges for all the other drugs? If the CBD is 25 years.
1,000 years. You get some.
Yeah. You bring some crack there, bury you with Muhammad.
definitely. It'll be a bad time for you.
Yeah.
Is alcohol legal?
I believe it is.
Yeah, it's illegal out there. You can't.
It's illegal?
Yeah, like they let certain things go on that strip in Dubai. Like they let certain things go on there, but you step out that one little area, all that stuff is illegal.
What do you think Dubai prison is like?
Oh, man.
Do they got Bloods and Crips in Dubai prisons?
Probably now.
Man.
They got
Social media, they able to create anything, man.
I just can't imagine there being prison gangs in a Dubai prison. I feel like it would be something totally different, man.
They got,
It'd be on the popping.
they got the Sunnis versus the Shiites.
One of my homeboys I met at Dash Radio, he was telling me, he was like, hey, bro, like, he was like, we already know how it is in LA, bro. He was like, I want to get you on my podcast because the people in Dubai are seeing everything on YouTube and seeing YG and, you know, things like just the culture.
Right.
And it influences them. So he was like, man, they got Lamborghinis at 18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The police drive Ferraris.
Yeah. So he was like, man,
Wow.
so yeah, they do that stuff. They do.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
they do emulate, you know.
Yeah, that's some wild stuff, man. I think that's excessive, man. So why is that, Dewan? Why is Dubai so strict in law? Do they not separate church and state, or?
Oh yeah, that's like Saudi Arabia. That's that Muslim central over there. Like they created Dubai because the place is so wealthy. They wanted to have basically their own version of Vegas for the Middle East without having to come way to Vegas or go to Macau in China.
Right.
But they aren't that liberal, so they ain't got the stuff that they like. As liberal as it is, that is Vegas relative to what the rest of Saudi Arabia is like. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just a little party area that was created. They created them Palm Islands, I was saying, because they just got too much money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's not a place you mess around in Dubai. That's not a place.
Wow. Yep.
And they don't separate church and law. Nah,
Long story short, do not take any type of illegal drugs to Dubai. You will pay.
You will pay.
Show, what you got for us today, Show?
Oh man, Hitman Holla, man. It was a crazy situation, man. You know, prayers up to him and his girl. Basically, what happened was, man, he was in Kansas handling business. His girl was at their home in Atlanta, and you know, he said, man, I was getting in the shower, and getting out the shower, and I was like, let me decide. You know how we get us, man. Let me call my girl before I go to sleep, especially when we out of town.
Right.
You know, so he said he decides to do that. At that same time, they're on FaceTime. And she's like, yo, somebody's in this house. His cameras weren't working for some odd reason.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his cameras. So he was like, man, I couldn't see nothing. The whole time I'm trying to navigate her through the situation. So long story short, he's like, get in the closet. That's where I got my the AR-15s for situations like that. Like, I'm trying to talk you through it. You know, she's scared, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she gets a handgun. So while she's in the closet, long story short, her phone goes off like alarm. So basically, she just got a handgun and they shot. They just started shooting up the closet. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she got hit in her cheek and it went through her head and broke her neck. You know what I mean? And it's like, it sucks because it's like, man, just imagine you being on the phone with your girl and you can't do nothing. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry to hear that,
like,
man.
yeah, so sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, stay strong, brother. That's an unfortunate set of circumstances. I hate to hear things like that.
Shout out to him, man. Holla.
Prayers out to his family.
Did they find the people?
Yeah, quick healing.
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. So while that was going on, he was like, my friend is around the corner. So he said, yo, I'm having my friend go, you know, check on my girl right now. You know, in panic mode. So while he's driving over there, he said, yo, I see 4 dudes leaving the house. He said, man, don't even chase them. Check on my girl. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. They did get away.
Wow.
That's
Yeah, that's sad, man. That's sad. What else you got for us? Man?
Oh, yeah, so another one is Boosie, man. You know, I don't know if y'all know, but as soon as he started on the stage, maybe not 3 minutes into the show, man, just an all-out brawl. So, you know, Boosie is always getting his account deleted, so this is a little different. So, you know, instead of him just standing back being an artist, he got into it, you know, started swinging as well. So when he started swinging, they said basically they were charging him with, you know, destroying property from the company and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like that. You know what I mean? But it's just kind of, it's messed up. It's like, dang, you just beat a death penalty, you know what I'm saying? Beat diabetes, you know, numerous of things. And it's like, dang, God gave you a second chance. Yeah. And it's like, dang, man, it's not, sometimes everybody can't go to the venue.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Some people just got to stay at home. They're not paying to see them. They're paying to see Boosie.
You ever been in a concert and a fight break out?
I have.
Man, I was at Summer Jam 98, man. That was John B was on stage.
Oh, wow.
And he was shouting out all the different hoods. And as soon as he said Pasadena, you know, it kicked off in there, man. Well, I tell you, that was man.
Did you see Theo when you was there?
That's when I found out Theo wasn't black.
Rough day for you.
But there was a dude running from a crowd of dudes. They had to be Crips. I think they were Crips. They chased the dude all the way to the stage. He jumped over the first barrier, and as he was getting onto the stage, one of the guys that was chasing him was able to grab his pants. And the security, the Nation of Islam was the security behind on the stage. They grabbed his shirt, so they pulled in opposite directions. And now this brother's naked in front of 30,000. He hopped on stage and ran back. But that was a crazy situation. How did it happen for you?
For me, it was the same. It was pretty much the same. Nobody rushed the stage, though. It was just, you know, people in the crowd or whatever getting it in. I don't even know what they was arguing about. But, you know, when they start arguing or whatever, start fighting, everybody start backing up. Next thing you know, it's on. They go and somebody try to break it up. He gets jumped into, you know what I mean? He starts fighting. And it just went on from there. Like, it was crazy. It was fighting everywhere. The dude on the stage, the dude who was performing was trying to calm him down, but it wasn't working. Security tried to get there, but it wasn't working.
It's always crazy when the artist performing gets knocked out at his show. when we come forth, more Kraig Fac on 1580 KBLA Talk Radio.
That was good that time. Yeah, that worked. Yeah, that one.
I know they got me breathing on the motherfucker. I've been my mouth. Huh?
He's like dog whistle.
All right.
Ready? To about like 4.5.
Cool. So we're gonna do one to one. We switch with Blaze. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I seen Derek. I seen Snapper jump somebody at church.
You got to fight at the church.
Dr. Chala unconscious. The wrestler move.
You got to fight at church.
It's a church retreat, bro.
I'm gonna pray for him.
Ready? Yeah. All right. Hey, this is Kraig Fac, KBLA 1580. DeJuan, what you got for us, G?
U.S. home heating bills expected to surge this winter. They saying heating bills can go up by 30%, at least 30%, because of what's been going on with the energy crisis. It's hitting worse over in China, but it's about to start coming over here real bad too, because you know what's going on with the supply chain. So get ready. If it's a cold winter, folks, get ready. Put your money to the side because they about to start crunching us.
Yeah.
You got your winter body, so you good.
You got a shag on your face. You got a winter beard. You got winter teeth. Your teeth don't even clackle when you get cold.
Wow, man. They always look for a reason to raise the cost of living, man.
Man, they do, don't they?
What's your most expensive bill besides rent at the crib?
It's usually, besides rent, probably DirecTV.
Really?
DirecTV or energy. It depends. Like this time of day, as we go into the winter, energy bills.
Right, about $250 a month.
Sometimes it go more than that.
How much your bill? How much your bill?
Man, in the summer, man, it had got up to like $400.
Woo wee!
I'll trade your bill any day of the week.
Yeah, you live out. Y'all live out there in Whoopty. I live
24 hours.
The heat, my air conditioning bill is only about $150 because I don't have to run it at night.
Todd highest bill is his Tybo subscriptions.
Show live in the bushes, so
that's solar.
You got that LL, you say you got that LL Cool J Mama said knock you out sweatsuit right there. Don't call it a comeback.
Show got armadillo skin in the winter.
How much was your bill last year this time? Was it about the same, or do you feel like you're paying more this year for the same bills?
I don't know yet because I just started running the heater today.
Right.
But I know last year it was like in the folds, 3 folds. So yeah. So they talking about going up 30%.
Oh yeah, that's some wild stuff, man. Shout out to the energy companies. They are bullying us out of our money.
Can't do nothing about it.
We can't do nothing about it, man. It's something.
And when you saw that movie, you ever see that movie Smartest Men in the Room? They're talking about the Enron scandal back in 2000.
Nah.
These cats literally because what happened in California, you know, there was power shortages, and in Texas too. And then it was the newly elected George Bush basically said, "I didn't win California, so California's on their own." We had rolling blackouts because of energy shortage. Then they come to find out the owners of these energy companies was gambling the money.
Right.
They was like buying. Okay, I bought a yacht that's like 300 feet. Then the next person to buy a yacht that's 400 feet.
Right.
And they were just gambling our money, and then people lost retirement and all that stuff. So the last time we been through this, it was proving these cats to stealing the money, and nobody went to jail. So
what's the most frivolous thing you've ever spent money on that you owe somebody? You know what I mean?
Like a smoke or what?
Right. Like you owe somebody. Say you owe somebody $500, and you need to pay them your money, but you act like you ain't got it, and then you go buy something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has done it. Everybody.
I really can't. The only thing I could say is like smoke, like dro.
Right.
You know what I mean? To be real, like dang, I know I owe.
Right.
My other connect, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna play him off and go to my other guy that I know I got good credit with.
Yeah.
You know?
Out here in the red on some marijuana.
In the red.
Oh, God.
Show wet it off on the plug.
My G, can I get an 8?
Show took it and really bought some used socks. When we come forward, more Kraig Facts on 1580 KBLA Talk Radio.
Man, he didn't get it. There we go.
Man, these clean jumps is kind of hard. Yeah, right.
It's funny.
You got one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the last break.
Introduce everybody.
I'm just gonna be this time.
Blaze, look through your glasses, Russell.
I love how white people check themselves.
Yeah.
All you have to do is say, "Hey, oh shit, I was talking about that."
I'll stop doing whatever I'm doing right
The nigga be like, "What the fuck? You know why I'm opening this door, bro? You talking? Can you put the loud horn away, please?"
A nigga drag you into it. See, this is what I'm talking about. This nigga owe me $6. He talking about because he don't get paid till tomorrow. What do you think, my nigga?
You guys, brother, can you just please keep it down a little bit?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is you?
Brother.
Don't let a nigga know he can whoop you. This is real disrespectful.
Oh man.
Make me, nigga. Make me, nigga.
Nigga, walk in your house and turn your TV up. Maybe if you listen to this shit loud, you won't hear me.
That's funny. I would love to see that. Walk in your house, turn your TV up.
This is how you can not hear nigga when this shit loud.
Take your ass back inside, nigga. When we finish talking, nigga, then we done. Shit.
Proud of me. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
We only got 2 cuss words, right? You just bleep them out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It was the rookie Blaze.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about these bitches.
Never been out in the world. They usually got
Elton Campbell always missing layups.
They usually got
Back in 93, yo, the Campbell was always missing layups back in 93. I'll be like, man, this nigga next one drop something easy. Oh, come on. Yo, man.
Let's do a wrap up with everybody.
All right.
We only got like 4 minutes.
All right, for sure.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah. 1580 KBLA. This is Kraig Fac. God. We're back. What you got for us? Dewan, you had another topic?
Yes, we do. Clay Travis says that every rapper performing at the Super Bowl has more offensive lyrics than John Gruden.
True. True.
Wow.
Well, it's a relative. When it comes to language is always contextual. You know what I mean? It's the context.
Disrespect is disrespect.
No, if you can, the word F-U-C-K could either mean a really good time, or it can mean I wish the worst upon you. It really, so it's not the word, it's how you use it in the context you use it in. Okay. So, and then also there's a power dynamic.
Right.
When it comes to John Gruden, him using the words that he used come along with a power dynamic that's been backed with a system that removes resources from people who look like John Gruden was saying. So if a rapper is saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, that's just too jive people running their mouth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because of context, you can't really conflate the two, man.
I mean, Mary J. Blige don't be tripping like that all the time, dude.
I don't know, man. I think John Gruden, I don't know how I feel about this issue, man, because we all know that any white male over the age of
2.
we'll say 45.
I'll say 4.5.
Okay, 4.5. They know that they have an advantage, and they know that they can do things that other people can't get away with. So when one gets caught, it just puzzles me how we act like this one is not a representation of how most of these dudes get down when it comes to race.
Right.
The NFL is 78% black, and as far as players are concerned, but as far as coaches, it's 90% white. So the whole power dynamic conversation is definitely a thing. Most adult white males don't feel comfortable in environments with people who are non-white unless they are in control. Tell me how many times in your life you've been in a situation where you saw a white male outnumbered. It'll always be a black kid in an all-white school. But it's very rare you see a white girl in an all-black school. You know what I mean? The power dynamic is always on their side. So why is this, Dewan? Is this on purpose? Or is this something that's just, just happening by accident?
It's like what Neely Fuller says, the number one tool of white supremacy is to act like it doesn't exist. So when someone breaks code and goes out the bounds and make it obvious, the system is going to sacrifice that person, because the whole thing, again, this whole game is let's act like this doesn't exist to keep everyone else asleep. So when they come together and fire someone like a John Gruden, that's their way of saying, okay, we're going to let you go That way we can maintain, we can perpetuate the system and keep it going on. Right. That's all it is.
Yep. It's unfortunate, man. But to these rappers, it definitely is a message to you guys, you know. What you guys say, no matter how many black people you kill in your record, you'll never be held to a standard by those who aren't us for what you do to harm us. You know what I'm saying? The only way things are gonna get better is if we realize as a collective that we have to represent ourselves a little bit better than we do. You know what I'm saying? They'll let us say anything about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you haven't heard a record where rappers is talking about killing white people.
Never.
Never. Like I'm going to ride through Springfield and just blast Tom and Jerry. No.
But there's a reason why they don't care what we do to ourselves. Yeah, that's been this episode of Kraig Fac. Make sure you listen to 1580 KBLA Talk Radio. If I owe you something, get it from God. God. Can I do something where I introduce all of them? And you
Yeah. So I just want to get that done. So let's do a bunch of intros.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do Welcome to Kraig Fac.
Welcome to Kraig Fac. Make some noise for the squad. Y'all make some noise and make it sound lively and do it like 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
And, I got them too.
All right. We're going to do a few back to back. All right.
Okay.
All right. Ready? Welcome to Kraig Fac. If I owe you something, get it from God. God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's going there, man? What's going on, fellas? Tell the world who you are, Dewan.
I'm Dewan Brown. Find me on Instagram at Dewan B, DWANNB. That's the same thing on YouTube. Holla at me.
Todd, tell them where they can find you, G.
Yeah, man. Uncle Todd Comedy, man. IG, Twitter, you know what I'm saying? With the album, I'm out there, coach.
Show, DJ Show. Tell them where they can find you, Show.
Man, come get your music review with the realest DJ of them all, man. The Real DJ Show on Instagram and Planet A Radio on YouTube.
All right, let's get a switch. Do yours, Otto. Otto Bots, tell them where they can find you, Otto.
Well, if you didn't know, now you know. It's OTTOBOTS on Instagram.
All right, switch out with him. Let him do. Then I might have Blaze do anything else. Carmel, tell them where they can find you.
Yo, for Carmel, that's the number 4, KARMEL. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know what it is.
Blaze, tell them where they can find you.
Bad Boy Blaze. Shout out to myself. OOBLZ at Instagram. BLZ.
All right. Derek, tell them where they can find you.
It's your boy Snap. You can find me at Snaptastic _pen. That's SNAPTASTIK _PEN. That's on IG. Get your iRight merch and check out some good music there.
I'm The Kraig Smith. You can find me on my website, thekraigsmith.com. All my social media handles, The Kraig Smith.
All right. That's good. Do one more like you just coming back from commercial.
All right. 1580 KBLA. This is Kraig Fac. What's going on, fellas?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. We out there.
Like 3 different versions of that.
All right. Kraig Fac. We back in this thing.
Yes, sir.
If I owe you something, get it from God. God.
Better get it, man.
Why not? Hey, it should be a woman, not a man. Because I ain't never said A to a man. But I've said a lot of A's to a woman. Hey, woman. All right. 1580 KBLH. Oh, 1580 KBLA Talk Radio. Kraig Fac. It's the Kraig Smith. Where you at, big bro? Where you at, Tavis? It's my guy, Tavis, man. And he really is always smiling. That's what's crazy. Tavis is really always smiling. Shout out to big bro.
Shout out
to Big Bro.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Kraig Fac. 1580 KBLA Talk Radio. What's going on, fellas?
What's up? Yeah, what's happening,
What's up,
We
Preacher, what you doing with all the money, man? How come people never ask that question in church? Preacher, what are you doing with all my money?
You can ask that, you'll get potato sack. You gonna
get Jazzy Jeff out the church.
Jazzy Jeff.
You mean I got to be accountable to y'all? No. I'm here to take from y'all. I don't want to give you nothing.
I just exercise. Let me get a wrap up like the end of the show.
All right.
They listen to the best of KBLA weekends.
Okay, and also the Black State of the Union. All right. Appreciate y'all listening to Kraig Fac, 1580 KBLA. Up next, we got the Black State of the Union. Up next, we got the State of the Black Union. Look, if I owe you something, get it from God. God, God, God. God, 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 God. Talk radio.
Give me one more too. Y'all have a little more fun with that.
All right, let's have super fun.
All right.
All right, let me see.
Remember, y'all just coming off of talking jokes.
We just coming off of jokes, right? So we on a high. Hey, man, that's been this episode of Kraig Fac. You're listening to KBLA
Talk radio.
Can I finish the whole thing, brother? Can I finish the whole thing? KBLA 1580 Talk Radio. God, God, God. God, 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 God.
Oh, man.
That's a slobber.
I saw that. That was crucial. How many can you do?
I know, show mad I'm still in the shine. I'm the one supposed to be slobbering. All right. That's cool.
I think y'all good, yeah.
All right, let me do a couple of coming forwards. It's coming forward, right?
Yeah.
All right. And I'll give you a couple cliffhangers. Let me see.
Remember, it sound like you're coming out of a conversation.
Okay, yeah. Oh, man, that's crazy. Hey, that's crazy. Hey, coming forward, Tavis Smiley going to tell us about what life was like before braces. I'm just playing with you, Tavis. He ain't gonna like that. About Kraig. Okay, yeah.
He said,
I like it. You like four of those.
All right, let me see. Coming forward, Big Boy is gonna call in and tell us what he did with all that extra skin after he lost the weight. God. 1580 KBLA Talk Radio. Let me see.
Come on, Kraig.
I'm gonna do a couple
Come on,
more.
Kraig.
The funny ones is cool, right?
Say it again, Kraig.
Let me see. I guess that'll be it. That's cool. You want one more?
Oh, we good. Let's still got them at the end of the real break too. So.
Okay, all right. Anything else I'm missing?
I think I got enough for this week.
All right, cool.
You know what
Let's
I mean?
yes, sir.
Intro.
I want to eat. I can pay for it.
That nigga said this side of the wall. That nigga said the wall, nigga. That's a college